6.7. Guys, 6.7 mil. That is a thing of beauty right there, man. What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. In this video, we are gonna go over this amazing build with Sharen in combination with the Afterglow sword. And you're gonna be dealing some absolutely insane damage to bosses. As you guys saw in the footage, you can deal anywhere from 6 to 7 million damage. And do keep in mind, guys, this is not even fully upgraded. The unique perk is fully upgraded, as you guys can see right here. But if you take a look at the weapon, we have firearm critical hit damage, firearm attack, and critical hit rate on the weapon. But for the last perk, I can actually roll weak point damage, which would give me approximately 10% more damage on top of what we're already doing. And before we take a look at all the mods, I also do have a build with the sniper with Glay. I will drop the link to that video in the description. Also, for all the people that don't know, I stream both on YouTube and on Twitch, and I would absolutely love to see you guys live on stream. Okay. Let's start off with the mods on the sniper. Better concentration for critical hit damage. We have weak point expansion. This is extremely important for this build. This works really well with the invisibility, and I'm gonna go over that once we get to the character mods. It literally deals 140% more weak point damage. Cooldown only 10 seconds. Then we have action and reaction. Better insight. We need that firearm critical hit rate. Focus fire for more weak point damage plus 20%, and on top of that 3.5% for critical hit damage. Rifling reinforcement, no brainer. Toxic enhancement. This does add more damage to your overall shots. Now, this one isn't perfect for bosses like the Devourer or the Swamp Walker, for example, but the weapon did come with this slot already, so I didn't want to swap it out right away. Weak point sight, direct weak point damage with this blue mod. Very important. Don't miss out on this one. And finally, concentration priority, which adds another 33.9% critical hit damage. Reload timer minus 30%, but the way this build works, that's not going to be a problem at all. In the weapon info, you can see that the weak point damage is at a 5.31x, which is crazy. That's why we see these absolutely amazing numbers in combination with the invisibility. Another thing I want to mention is that obviously this is not fully upgraded. We still have a spot here. Okay, let's take a look at the HP. We're at around 15,000. The defense is pretty low, only 13,000. And keep in mind, even though we do crazy numbers, this build is not finished. There's just so much I need to do with this and make this 10 times better. For example, we can have more HP, more survivability, more defense, and so on. But currently, if you're looking for extremely easy boss kills, this is going to be the build for you. And the main mod we're going to need is Overcharged Edge. Now, I got really lucky because I got this one by combining the red module. So if you do get duplicates, make sure to do that. Hopefully you also get lucky and get this absolute beast. So modifies active camouflage to consume shields instead of MP. Ambush damage increases by the amount of shields consumed. Now let's take a look here. Basic info, cooldown we have down to 8.3 seconds from 20 seconds. And this is what I meant when I said it's going to work really, really well with this mod right here. Weak point expansion. This is only 10 seconds. So every time you have your invis, you can time these two perfectly, okay? Then that's what you're looking for. You're going to get those big numbers every shot, every time you go invis. Now, back to this one. Active camouflage duration, 5 seconds. We're not going to focus on increasing the duration. It's just not needed. 5 seconds is more than enough to take the shot. However, if you do struggle with it, you can add a little bit of, duration increase. I'm going to leave that up to you. Ambush. Outgoing damage increased 150%. Additional damage proportional to lost shield, max 50%. How it actually works is, if you have even one shield, it will take 50% of that, which would be 0.5, and you would get the full benefit from this mod. We've tested it with one shield. Add max HP by 14.2% max shield. Max shield is fixed to 1. So even when you do this, you can still go invisible and you get the full benefit of this mod. So as long as you have some amount of shield, it will just deduct 50% and you will be activating this mod, okay? Very simple mechanic. Now, we've tried different combinations with the shield and different amounts of shield, but the damage stayed the same. I don't know, maybe it's bugged, maybe it's supposed to do more when you have more shield, but when we're doing the testing, that did not change, no matter how much shield we had, more or less. Now, let's move on to the next one, Nimble Fingers. As mentioned, we need as much skill cooldown as possible. Anything that is around 10 seconds, obviously it's better to have it below 10 seconds, is the perfect case scenario. Focus on electric. This is also there for cooldown. Walk a tight rope. This is an important one. When HP is 50% or lower, skill power modifier plus 30%, firearm attack plus 30%. Now, what I like to do is when I play solo, if there's no lava around me, I'm just gonna run at the boss. I'm just gonna let him hit me a few times, get me below 50%, and then just absolutely destroy him. But if you do spawn into a boss fight where there's lava around you, just run around a little bit, get your HP down, and then you're ready to go if you're trying to utilize the 50% right here. Then focus on fusion. Another mod we're going to be using for skill cooldown, long distance maneuvering, increased HP, time distribution, skill cooldown, and HP, because we do want that survivability. Any build that you're trying to utilize below 50%, the more HP you're going to have, the more survivability it's going to offer. So I feel like this is a no-brainer. And HP amplification once again. So you guys see most of these mods are cooldown and HP. As mentioned, tons of other things that we can add to this in the future, and I will be adding those things and I will keep you guys updated. We're going to be using the same annihilation set that we used for Glade, and the main thing we're looking for from this is the 26% increase in firearm attack. There's one thing that I forgot to mention. If you want to have the invisibility more often and have even a lower cooldown, you could do that. However, do keep in mind, you will not be matching it with the weak point mod that is on your weapon all the time. And the mod that I'm talking about is this one, multi-talented. It says when using the dimension active skill cooldown minus 5% for 5 seconds. This is going to get much better when you upgrade it. Since the invisibility is a dimension skill, it will further decrease the cooldown. Here's the mods for the other weapons that I'm using. I'm just going to hover over these, and then you guys can stop this whenever you want to. But these primaries, especially this one, the Eternal Willpower, actually really good. It helps with ad clear. Overall, a very strong weapon. And the second one I use is Greg's Reversed Fate. It has been a blast to use this weapon, and the reason for that is it has amazing ad clear if you're going against shielded enemies, but even if they don't have shields, it just does a lot of precision damage, like per shot per bullet. So I feel like this is a great choice if you're looking for a super fun weapon. Okay, I'm gonna take some damage here before the fight starts. This way we're gonna deal way more weak point damage at the beginning. 6.4 mil right there. That is kind of crazy. Look at the shield. Half of it is gone. So now what I like to do is just roam around a little bit, right? You don't have to rush this. Our survivability is pretty good. As you guys can see, he's already in the frenzy state. So what I'm gonna do is to take out these guys, just to have some HP on the ground whenever we need to. Maybe grab one of them, you know? There we go. And then I'm gonna work on the weak spots here, just to get them out of the state. It's crazy how some of these bosses have literally fully auto-tracking abilities. Doesn't make any sense. Get some HP here. If it puts us over 50%, that's fine. We still have to destroy things so we have time, and then later on we can drop it. I think there's one more somewhere that I'm missing here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Get the last one. I'm gonna run through the lava here just to lose some HP. I think we're, yep, perfect. Thank you. There we go. 5.4 mil. And you can just take your time with this. You can obviously, if you have enough shots, right? You don't have to always save your shots, but it's just more fun to, you know, wait for the perfect shot. Even without it, you guys see that we do massive damage. She's gonna go immune again. Almost 2 mil there. Pretty fun to play, especially in solo. And it's always fun to see people's reaction when I'm not playing solo and they see that big chunk of HP gone. That is awesome. You know what I mean? That is pretty awesome. I think we got one more. And if anything, right? And let's say you do go down, you have so many tries, you're not even worried. There we go. Greg's is so much fun too. So much fun. Have some HP on the ground. Might actually go for it since he's being very aggressive here anyway. And get out. Now I'm gonna try to take some high ground maybe. Hopefully I can land that shot. That spot is not easy to hit, but definitely doable. So we got the perfect high ground here. Try to land the shot. There we go. Nice. Now we can just deal some more damage. Doesn't always have to be the super weak spot damage, you know? But it's fun though. That one did not crit. He barely has any HP, but I do want to kill him with the perfect shot. So I'm not gonna shoot a normal bullet here. I'm gonna wait. There we go. Almost a 6 mil shot right there.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, he got no scoped.